Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. I am a full-time reseller as well as a YouTuber, and I wanted to talk to you today about some things that are going on, some difficulties I've been having kind of mentally and emotionally, and let you know about some changes that are going to be coming to both YouTube as well as our business here in the upcoming, probably next month or so. All right, so you might see Dalton running around. He is sick again. Unfortunately, he's got fevers. My husband is as well. We are about 3 weeks out from initial positive testing of COVID. I'm still feeling okay, but I think not feeling good with COVID is kind of what kicked off all of what I'm getting ready to talk about with you. And if you're not a YouTuber, it is kind of hard to explain this. If you are, I think you probably will empathize with the situation. So it's really hard to do YouTube and not look at the numbers and not let it take a toll on you emotionally. And over the last 2 months, my views have dropped by about 300,000, which kind of got to me. It was making me depressed. I was upset. I didn't understand why I wasn't getting the views, and it was just rough to go through. They still are down. They have not come back up, but that's part of doing YouTube. So YouTube's actually more of a roller coaster than eBay is as far as like highs and lows. It's like you're on top of the world 1 minute, and then the next minute it kind of all dies down with no explanation as to why. So I was really beating myself up over that. I'm really happy with my channel. I am overwhelmed by how many followers I've gotten, and the response to the channel has been absolutely amazing. So please do not for a minute think that I do not appreciate each and every one of you watching. I do 100%, but I was letting the numbers get to me, and I've seen videos by other YouTubers kind of referring to this because it's hard. It's a really hard. Some people have actually quit over it. I do not plan on quitting. I do not plan on quitting YouTube. That is not open for discussion at all. But what I did decide to do was start a new YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen, I started Kat's Treasure Hunting, and it is going to be for sourcing only. And I do not need to source for my business. Do not need it in any way, shape, or form, but I am sourcing for fun. I'm sourcing for fun. I'm sourcing for the new channel. It is only going to be 1 video a week, and the response thus far, which is only a few days in now at this point, has been very good. So I wanted to kind of separate the sourcing out, and I'm doing it just for fun because I buy most of my items on online auctions. So thrifting is not part of my business model, but it can be part of my YouTube model, and I love thrifting. Getting to go back out, go thrifting, go hunting, find stuff, which is so fun, whether I need to do it or not, has really uplifted my spirits. I am super excited about it. So what I am doing with the stuff that I thrift, because I cannot just bring it all home and keep it, because I already have enough stuff in my unlisted inventory. I do not need to add more. So what I am doing is, if it's too big or too heavy or breakable, I am keeping it. I am making myself list it before that video goes out, and those videos are going out every Saturday is the day that I've chosen them to go out. And what is not too big, not fragile, not something I absolutely love. So to give you an idea, the first video that came out this past Saturday, I got about 30 items and I kept 5 of them. I kept 3 purses because I thought they were super cool. I kept a mug and I kept a pottery piece, and the rest went into a thrift box that I listed on haul sale. So my haul sale thing is another thing that kind of was getting me down, because I listed wholesale lots of men's clothing and women's clothing that I did buy on online auctions, specifically specifically for re-wholesaling. The men's is like an insane, it's an insane lot with like five, six, Dalton says hello, with like $500, $600, $700 worth of clothes that I think will sell fast, and it hasn't sold, and it's been listed for weeks now. And that's another thing that kind of, I took a hit. I'm like, I have this great business idea, I list these wholesale lots and nobody's buying them. So what I have kind of come to conclude with as far as re-wholesaling and wholesale is that I definitely am going to list my thrift lots from my sourcing videos on wholesale for you to buy. And that lot did sell very fast, and there were several others of you who were interested in it. So I obviously can't sell clothes. I can't sell clothes, but I can sell the stuff that you see me thrifting, because then you get to see the actual brands, you can see what I paid, you can see what I think it'll sell for, and those are selling. I'm not totally giving up on the re-wholesaling business because I really would like to do it. I'm really great at sourcing things, at finding them cheap, and I find them cheap enough I can resell them to other resellers to help them in their business. I just have to figure out what I can find cheap to re-wholesale that people actually want. And for me, it does not seem like it is clothes. It does not seem like it is clothes, even though my thrift boxes have a lot of clothes and they sell. But I think that's because, again, you see me picking it up, so you're able to see more details and things like that on the video. Now, I don't know if that will be jewelry, if it will be linens. I will try a few more things. I am not ready to give up yet, and I definitely am going to continue using wholesale to sell my thrift boxes. So if you don't know, wholesale came to me and talked to me about the Death Pile Destruction group because they think that their site is great for those of us that have death piles and want to move them in bulk. So that is how I met up with wholesale and kind of got to know them, and I think they're great. I'm just not sure where they fit into my business except for my thrift boxes, which is really hard, and I want that part of my business to work. And I'm sure all of you know it's super frustrating when you think you've got this great idea, you launch it, and then it falls flat. But part of being successful is failing, and you keep trying new things. So again, I will try linens, I will try jewelry. If you have some ideas for what you would like me to find in re-wholesale, definitely let me know, because I want it to work. I want it to work. I love finding stuff, so I want it to work. So please, if you have suggestions, definitely let me know what you think would sell well in lots. And somebody did give me a tip. They said that I needed to list the brand names of the clothes, but for me, it's not worth my time to type those out and only get $3 per piece, which is what I'm selling them for. I would be better off just to list them on eBay if I'm going to get super detailed on those listings, if that makes sense. So I need to find stuff I can be like, okay, here's 20 handkerchiefs, or here's 20 brooches. So if there is stuff that you like, definitely let me know in the comments, because I would love for the re-wholesaling thing to work. I would love for it to work, and thus far it's kind of been a dud. It's kind of been a dud for me. I am being completely transparent with you. I want to be very honest. I am a super positive, optimistic person, so I don't very often talk about when I am down, and it does happen. It does happen. The decrease in the YouTube views lost me a lot of money. It lost me a lot of money, and I think that was probably the hardest hit. Is I'm like, okay, like I thought it was growing and doing well, and then now it's half of what it was 3 months ago. So yeah, it's just difficult. It's difficult, and again, I want to be completely transparent with you. So the next thing that I am super excited about, I have also put on my community feed, but just in case you haven't seen it, I'm going to be starting selling on Whatnot. Actually, 2 weeks from today, when you watch the video, will be my first sale on September 28th. I am going to be doing primarily jewelry to start off. I might branch out and try some other stuff down the road, but for now, I am doing completely jewelry. So I have been sourcing probably the last week for jewelry, specifically for Whatnot, and I am going to be giving away hundreds of dollars on my first sale, so you do not want to miss it. If you don't know, Whatnot is an app. It is live auctions, and I have a link. I will put it down in the comments. You can get $15 free on your first purchase, so you come buy some jewelry from me. You don't have to buy from me, but you will get $15 free for signing up. And I have been sourcing just for that. So that has kind of lifted my spirits. And I think if you're a reseller, you probably know sourcing makes you feel better. The sourcing is the fun part of it, right? Finding stuff, and then you're like, crap, I gotta list this. Crap, I gotta sell it. Why hasn't this sold in 2 years? You know, there are ups and there are downs, and it's just really, really pushing through. So for me, I was like, I need to find something that is going to pick my spirits up. You know, I need to quit focusing so much on the view count and start really, really focusing on you, my viewers that appreciate me. You comment, you tell me how much you appreciate me. So it's definitely not for lack of your trying. It is just simply me looking at the numbers and saying, what in the heck is going on? And I pretty much, I know I had a video go viral. My teacup video went crazy, got like almost 500,000 views, and that is why my views were up. So I knew it would come back down. I knew it would come back down, but I was hoping it wouldn't. You know, it's like, you know it's gonna happen, but you still hold out that inkling of hope that it's not. But it did. And so for me, YouTube has kind of been monotonous. I'm doing my what sold videos, I'm doing research videos, I do tip videos, and they are kind of different, but at the same time they're monotonous, and I was almost getting bored with that. So that is another reason that I started Kat's Treasure Hunting, because I needed something different. I needed something fun, more interactive. I'm giving away something every video. I love giving back to the community. So it is just a way for me to go have fun, have an outlet, almost like a new hobby. That it's work, but it's a fun hobby. It's fun work. It gets me out of the house. I am a big introvert, and I know that might be hard for a lot of you to imagine, but I pretty much stay home all the time. My husband takes the stuff to the post office. My husband does the grocery shopping. I don't really leave the house. So when I do my sourcing, it's all online. I do drive and go pick it up. I'm not like a hermit, but I wasn't getting out as much as I needed to, and I think the thrifting videos will do that, even though it might only be once or twice a month. Like last week I went out and I got enough footage for 2 videos, so it'll probably just be like 2 times a month that I go out, because I should be able to get 2 videos in one trip, but that will get me out of the house 2 more times a month. And I think being sick and kind of not being able to think, not feeling well, kind of exacerbated all of the negative feelings that I was feeling, and that sucks. That sucks. And it was just, you know, physical chemical imbalance from being sick. And I still am not at 100%. And it's really hard when you're a super kind of overachiever, you have a ton going on, and you can't think of what you need to do, which is how I felt. So that, it just kind of spiraled. It kind of spiraled where I was really blah, I was feeling down, and that's when I came up with the idea for the new channel to kind of get me out of that rut, give me something to look forward to. I did spend a little more time editing the videos. I put in some sound effects and things like that, and that was a lot of fun for me. So that was something that uplifted me as well. I'm really excited about Whatnot. I'm trying to think of my setup. I'm finding the jewelry for it. And I know I'm probably talking in circles right now, but I really just wanted to share with you guys so you know that I'm not always like up and happy, and stuff gets to me. It gets to me, and it can be hard. We have basically been putting all of our money the last 3 to 4 months into Brad's woodworking business, so every penny of profit has went into it plus some. So even though our sales have been up, every penny of that has been going into building his woodworking business, which is not bringing income in yet. So I feel like a lot of people see my sales and they're like, oh, she has all this money. I don't have all this money. What are you telling them?
I'm a big boy now.
He's a big boy now, guys. He wanted to tell you he's a big boy now. So we don't. We have some business debt, and I hate having debt. I still have $80,000 in nursing school loans, and financially it has been a strain. So of course I highlight my big sales because that's what I want to do. I want to motivate you. I want to encourage you to list more, but kind of behind the scenes, it's been a little rough. It's been a little rough. And just building the new business, I don't want to go too far into debt in the business because I do have my student loan debt. I have paid off the rest of my debt except for my house, my car, and my student loans. We do have some debt on credit card now though, because we're putting all the money into Brad's woodworking business and I'm not paying myself as much. So it's kind of all of this stuff is what's been getting to me. It's just kind of been like, I feel like it's just like coming at me, and it got me down. I am trying to pull myself back up out of it, and I hope the thrifting channel will help me do that and make me have some fun. You know, I can figure out a plan, get this stuff paid off. Brad is ready to start making stuff now. He finally is at that point. So he should start bringing in income from the woodworking business soon, and then we'll have more income coming in where we can pay off the debt that we've accrued by building up his woodworking business. So I think that's everything. New channel, thrift videos, the thrift hauls will be listed on haul sale. Been sourcing like a mad woman for Whatnot. Excited to do jewelry sales. I'll be giving away hundreds of dollars of jewelry on my first Whatnot sale. So it is going to be like a big ta-da. Big ta-da. So if you've not downloaded the Whatnot app, use my link, get the free $15. Come hang out. Even if you don't buy anything, you can enter the giveaway. And yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate you listening to me. I know a lot of this is just me venting, sharing with you what is kind of going on behind the scenes and letting you know what's coming up in my life. And hopefully that's gonna turn around some of the negativity that I've been feeling. I hate feeling like I'm depressed or I'm down, and I don't want to feel like that anymore. So hopefully the thrifting will help. You guys being here and commenting definitely does help. I don't want you to think that it doesn't. It definitely does. It makes me smile every time I read my comments. Brad's always like, what are you doing? And I'm reading my comments and replying back to each and every one of you. So it definitely, it helps. It helps, and it's picked me up. But I am human. I have a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, trying to build the business, having debt from it, which is not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, but it just makes me feel a little more stressed. And yeah, yes. So not much to learn from this, I don't think. Just a little news update of what is going on in my life. I appreciate you listening. I really do appreciate all of you being here for me, all of the times that you watch me, you comment, and just the interaction on the channel is absolutely amazing. Don't think that it doesn't matter, and don't think that I am trying to negate any of that, because I don't want that to happen. So to those of you in the premiere, thanks so much. To those of you watching after, I appreciate you as well. I will see you guys on Friday. I will be doing a research video on tiki mugs. So I look forward to seeing you on Friday. I hope your week's going okay. Bye for now.